18 August 1338 East Coast time. Purpose of this video is to talk to my slide main theme these days, quantum financial system. It's quantum and DeFi system of federated DAO, distributed autonomous organization systems checklist. I filed for patent many moons ago, many upgrades. Patent lawyer told me it's never over, and I quote. So I believed him. I'm still hanging with it. At this point, it's all about the patent lawyer. Has very little to do with me at this point. His instructions that I followed are either compliant with the Supreme Court Alice decision, lower right-hand corner, wiggling the mouse, the arrow, or they're not. The Supreme Court will have to decide that. Why do I think that my work has anything to do with the quantum financial system? Well, let's go back to this one. Okay, I call myself Future Man. That's from I have a metaphysical recording, refer to that. But here, you see, right up here, you see the waveform. Here. This is what I filed in my patent filing. It's trough crest 0101, or state change null 1, which becomes bytes. And if you look at the blockchain specs, blockchain interoperability protocol, BIP, we look at chain links, quotes, interoperability, anyone to anything, any vendor to any other vendor, as long, and I quote, as long as they exchange in bytes. How are bytes created? I just told you. And Tesla was right. Tesla had a boat around the turn of the last century. You port and starboard, null 1 radio waves. If you were in the signal core like I was, you have classes on waveform. So Tesla made the quote, all is waveform motion. And here's his statement on ebb and tide, which goes back to the waveform. Let's get back to the checklist. Boom. Okay, here's the checklist. Number 1, Nikola Tesla is correct. All is energy, waveform, motion. 2, the Internet of Standards, International Standards Organization, International Telecommunications Union, EEs, IEEE, Electrical Engineering. That applies to the whole planet. In theory, it's why they tend to be in Switzerland and their standards, global standards. The foundation of the net hasn't changed. I just told you what the foundation of the net was: waveforms, trough crest, bits, bytes, which then become different combinations become brevity codes. Brevity codes are tokens. Not rocket science. Okay, 4, getting back to my patent statement. DeFi, there's a DeFi patent infringement case ongoing. Intellectual property wars, I think they're on hiatus, but it's inevitable. It's programmable money, the future of money. In my opinion, the case will escalate from the Patent Office, United States Patent and Trademark Office, to SCOTUS, where the Alice in Wonderland precedent by the Supreme Court will be invoked, and then it'll escalate to the International Standards Organizations. Interoperability and sync stochastic harmonization of the QFS, Quantum Financial System, will be based on waveforms, light, sound, C Fermilab and its partners, versus the quantum dot, which is far more expensive, far more difficult to control. Again, Fermilab is outside of Chicago, a lab particle accelerator. They're also doing sound. So I spoke to that earlier. Do your own research. Simple will eventually win, given a win isn't going to happen unless the truth is the ground truth, which I just talked about, of the internet is followed, international standards followed. And it just, that's, if it happens any other ways, I'd be completely amazed. Hey, I amaze easily. There's currently a patent infringement claim was made by Reggie Middleton, the financial Nostradamus. And I think that he needs to, if he already hasn't done so already, he may have been in talks to other, I call them Goliaths, the largest, biggest, largest, richest financial institutions in the world. He needs to, a team needs to form around him. And then many teams will form. Which team he'll be on, no clue. Which team I'll be on, I have an idea, but I'll keep that to myself at this point. Oh, there we go. Brevity codes. My original patent filing in 2003, 2 years to the day after 9/11, was method to commercialize structured military messaging. And when you say that, you take all the brevity codes in the structured data that the military has done, then you map them to symbol sets. And that, to me, in my opinion, that's critical to AI man-machine interface, the symbols on the screen. It's very time intensive. It took a very long time to hash that out. So anyone who makes their own attempt at that doesn't import the DoD's work. They're recreating the wheel. 9, economist Milton Friedman is correct with his K% rule. Look that up yourself. And his statement, only crisis brings about real change. He's right. When will the crisis be? Humble opinion. I won't give my opinion. Not in this recording. But I do have one. I do have a energy claim, and I propose a service level agreement. Given Nassim Harameyn's prototype 0 point over unity energy from the vacuum announcement that he made, he's saying that there'll be, in 7 to 10 years, there'll be industry production. That said, energy attenuates over distance. So that said, with the energy waveforms through the air and through the crust a la Tesla, it's still true that less infrastructure is cheaper and easier to maintain service level agreements. So cheaper involves less fuel, less infrastructure, and it's a whole lively discussion with peak oil, which, are we not triple fracking the Permian Basin? But that is getting out of scope. So with that, it's 1:47. Make this one a little bit shorter. I have other slides. Put this on the web. Want to ask me a question, it'll be placed in where I have my email contact information. Thank you for listening.